Hello, good morning students, and welcome back once again to the new topic for the light chapter. Okay, and today we are studying spherical mirrors, and this is the important one because after the reflection part we are going to study refraction part, and in that we are going to study about spherical lenses. So let's begin. Why they are named spherical mirrors? Because imagine a sphere, that is a ball shaped object, and it is cut from a certain point. So let's say that this is a particular sphere and we are removing this part. Okay, so let's get rid of everything, and what we have over here is a part of a sphere. We have a part of a particular sphere. Okay, and in order to understand that, we are just going to pretend that there is an invisible sphere around it. Okay, so this part over here is our mirror. Now there are two types of spherical mirrors. We already know a little bit about them: concave and convex. We have two types of mirrors: concave and convex. Okay, and which one is concave and which one is convex? It is always a confusion. Okay, so the one which has a shiny surface outside is called a convex mirror, and the mirror which has a shiny surface curved inwards is called a concave mirror. Okay, I repeat myself: a mirror which has shiny surface outside the curve, it is called convex mirror, and the mirror which has shiny surface inside is called concave mirror. Now let's first see all other different points regarding the particular spherical mirror. Whichever one it is, concave or convex, few of the things are going to remain the same, which are really important, so pay attention. This is a whole sphere, and obviously just like a circle, a sphere also has a particular center. This center is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. Okay, and this particular mirror over here, let's say this one has also a center point. Okay, and we have a line passing through this particular point of the mirror as well as the center of the sphere. This point, which is the center of the mirror, is called pole, which is given by symbol P, and this is given by symbol C. Okay, now if you remember a circle, a point on the circle to the center is called radius. We know that it is called a radius, and this is called radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Okay, students, so let's recall what we have studied right now. Spherical mirrors, concave and convex, they are called spherical because they are designed in such a way that they seem to be a part of an imaginary sphere. They seem to be a part of imaginary sphere. Okay, so this is a mirror. If the shiny surface is outside, then it is a convex mirror, and if it is the shiny surface is curved inside, then it is called concave mirror. Okay, and the center of the whole sphere is called center of curvature. The center of the mirror is called pole, and the distance between pole and center of curvature is called radius of curvature. I hope it is clear to you, students. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the comment section. Okay? Okay, students, now let's talk about the two types of mirror and the difference between them. The concave mirror is called a converging mirror. The reason behind it is that whatever light is incident on this particular mirror, it tries to converge them. Converge means it tries to take them to a single point, and that is why it is called a converging mirror. On the other hand, convex mirror, which has shiny surface outwards, whichever light is incident on it, it tries to diverge it. That means it tries to disperse the light in different directions. It does not try to converge. So if you try to imagine the reflected light on a convex mirror, then they do not meet at a real point in and does not create a real image, but the lines will meet at a certain point behind the mirror, just like our regular plane mirror. So the difference between concave and convex is that one is a converging mirror and one is a diverging mirror, and obviously they are converging the rays of light and one is diverging the rays of light. So how does it work? So let me get rid of all the different things and we will understand first the concave mirror and then the convex mirror. So this is a concave mirror. For example, I am writing over here, the rough surface is outwards and this is the shiny surface is inside. So let's say that we have two rays of light approaching towards the concave mirror. They will be incident over here and this one will also be incident over here. After reflection, one will pass over here and the other will pass over here. They both meet at one single point. This particular point is called point of focus. Point of focus, simply given by capital F. I repeat once again. The rays of light on a concave mirror seem to meet at a single point, and this point is called point of focus. They actually meet in real life. Now, in the different case, that is the convex mirror, this is exact opposite of what is happening. Okay, so let's see how a convex mirror describes or disperses the rays of light. Once again, I have a spherical mirror, but the only difference is now the rough surface is inwards and the shiny surface is outwards. We have somewhere over here our center of curvature and this is our pole. Similarly to the previous case, let's imagine two parallel rays of light approaching the convex mirror. Now because this is diverging mirror, they are not going to meet. They are going to diverge and disperse from each other. So this ray of light after incident, it will diverge somewhere like this and this one will diverge like this. Okay? So they do not create a real focus point. But if we imagine a line and we extend the reflected ray, inside the mirror, then these two lines once again will seem to meet at a single point. This point once again is a point of focus. Okay? So I repeat once again, the point of focus for a concave mirror is real. That means the light converges at one single point. Okay? That is point of focus. And for a convex mirror, the rays of light diverge, but inside the mirror they seem to meet each other. And once again, the point where they seem to meet is called a point of focus. So what we have studied today, students? We have studied three different things. That the center of the whole sphere is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. The point or the center of the mirror is pole, okay, given by the symbol P. The point where the rays of light meet or seem to meet is called point of focus, okay, where they seem to meet is called point of focus. And the distance between pole and center of curvature is called radius of curvature. Now the last thing for us to learn today is this point of focus. The distance between pole and focus is called focal length, and this is really important. The distance between pole and focus is called focal length. Okay, students? So we studied many things today: concave mirror, convex mirror, convex mirror has shiny surface outside, concave mirror has shiny surface inside. Okay, and for concave mirror, the focus point is real, the light converges at a point, and for convex mirror, the focus point is virtual behind the mirror where the light seems to meet because the light is actually diverging. But in both the cases, we have focus point, center of curvature, pole. Pole is the center of the mirror. Center of curvature C is the center of this whole sphere, which is imaginary. Okay, you have to imagine that it is not located. Okay, and the line which is passing through pole and center of curvature is called principal axis. Principal axis. The distance between pole and center of curvature is called radius of curvature. Distance between focus and pole is called focal length. Okay students, we will talk more about this in the next video. Till then, have a nice day.